Hey guys, we're back. We're on a check over here at this property. We had a couple of days of just horrendous wind. I'm talking 80-mile-an-hour gusts, and it made it absolutely impossible to film. So I went ahead and I got some sets thrown in over here, but I'll continue to add more sets. So I'm just gonna let you tag along on this check here. Hopefully we got some animals and some traps. I wasn't able to film setting this property up quite like I wanted to, but I'll continue to add sets in here, and as I do, I'll try to film it for you guys and kind of highlight the locations that I'm targeting. So thanks for tagging along. Let's go check this line, guys. Alright guys, now that we don't have absolutely ridiculous wind, I can tell you a little bit more about this property and kind of my strategy for trapping it. These deep, thick, brushy ravines are getting loaded up thick with snares, and we're placing footholds up around the rims, kind of on the trails and any place we got sign. Then out in the prairie, kind of the rolling prairie hills, placing footholds on all the major locations, intersections, trail roads, any hot spots like that. So we're gonna continue checking this line, guys. I got a buried beaver carcass and a whole bunch of snares down there, so haven't connected yet, but she will eventually. All right guys, what we got here is we just got a little chokecherry brush patch here. It's kind of out here all by itself. It's on the edge of the CRP, right where it meets up kind of with the prairie grassland. Can't see it from here, but there's a decent little drainage running straight into the back of it. And these are just great locations, guys, that predators hunt in this brush. There's plenty of rabbits here and mice, and it's just kind of a focal point. I don't know if it's a salient feature or not, but it sticks out, and it's kind of a central location on this property. There's trails in and around it all summer long. You find nothing but chokecherry and plum seeds, and all the animals scat, coyotes and everything. But even though those berries have fallen or been eaten, they still come back to these spots and they hunt them up. They hunt them up pretty hard. So what I did here is got this drainage running here all the way back, and there's another junk pile on that end of it. Might get that set up with a couple of traps as well. I just got a T-bone flat set right here, a little bit of urine, coyote gland, and Rio Lobo food lure on that, and kind of a flashy trench style dirt hole on that side. So we'll see if they connect, guys. All right guys, we're heading up closer to the rock, which it don't look very big on the screen, but it is massive, and there's some big rocky ravines leading up to it. These traps are gonna be an absolute nightmare to check, but they're good bobcat locations, so we're gonna hike in there and throw a couple sets in. All right guys, here's the location. Plenty of deep draws, ravines, rocky outcroppings up here. So basically take your pick, but this is a nice little walkway up against this rock face here. And I narrowed it up a bit. The trap is gonna go right there on a drag. I actually found a good spot to hang a flag up there. So we'll get this set thrown in and I'll show you what it looks like. All right guys, we got the set put in there. We got our flag hanging above, and got this trap on a drag. But as you can see, it's just a nice walkway through there. I fenced it down pretty good. We got some long distance cull smeared up high, some caster based lure there, and some cat gland down at the bottom, and a little shoulder blade bone there with some cat gland on it as well. So hopefully we get a nice spot of belly walking through here. Well guys, we're down in our snare draw here and we've got our first coyote. He's wrapped up over there. Self-dispatched, which happens most of the time on these snares in brushy areas. They're waiting for you. So I'll get him taken care of. We'll get another loop hung there on this trail and we'll go on about our business, fellas. All right guys, we're just up the draw from that last coyote. We have a crater where there used to be a trap. I see a pan cover over there. And I see drag marks here. And I see movement right up there. Let's see what we got. There we go. Nice coyote over there, guys. We'll get him taken care of and we'll get this set remade. All right guys, I just want to show you this. That's what we like to see. These are homemade drags that I'm running. First year running them and they seem to be doing pretty well. This is my first coyote on them. I've had a handful of coons on them, but looks like a female, but she's just tied up here, wrapped around this brush. Might be a young male. Front foot catch and waiting for me away from the set. We don't have a burn circle over there. We can get this coyote taken care of and put our trap right back in where it was. All right guys, we got our coyote taken care of. Nice pale female here, but we're gonna throw our set back in. All I had here was a flat set. There's tons of scat up on the edge of this draw. So critters they're coming up here, they're visiting these areas, they're marking it up. But we're just gonna throw this Bridger number 3 dogless back in the hole. We'll probably throw a little bit of urine on this scat here, maybe a little gland lure on this brush backing, and we'll get the heck out of here, guys. I'm running late for Christmas Eve activities, so we're gonna make this a quick one. We're gonna get it thrown in and get on the road. She took my pan cover over yonder. I could probably reuse it, but we'll just grab another one real quick. Once again, coffee filters work great. I just crumple them up with my bare hands. Save that. A little bit of blood on this trap. I want to kind of get some of that off a little bit. Oh yeah, that's gonna sit in there nice. That's a cool thing about using these drags, man. They just, no burn circle, it's not tore up. They literally just remove the trap from the bed and you come right back in and put them in. Makes for easy bedding of your trap on your remakes. I really like it. It is still warm as hell out here, but we're gonna throw a little salt in just in case. I know that temperature is gonna drop one of these days. There we go, nice and solid. We might have to steal some dirt. I typically hold my left lever down and I bed with my right hand, and I use my knuckles and just kind of pack all that dirt in around the jaws. And I get a little crazy and I kind of pack in between the jaws a little bit, and can't be afraid. You're gonna get snapped. I've been snapped a handful of times and it's just part of the game. This is looking pretty good. I am gonna dig A little bit of a trench for our chain, not much. Son of a bitch. And that's what you don't want to do, guys. You don't want to rake that chain back and pull your trap out. Guess that's what I get for being in a hurry. But you don't need to bury a whole lot of it, man. The first couple feet of it, I think, is good. That's all I had buried for this one. As you can see, it caught. All right, back to rebedding. I am gonna steal a little bit of dirt from over yonder. Don't need much. A couple of little dirt clod step guides. That's all we need. We'll throw a little bit of urine on our scat, a little bit on the backing there, and we'll throw just a tiny bit of, there we go, my Sandhill Supreme Coyote Gland Lure. Just a little bit on the backing there, guys. That's all we need. That's all she wrote. We're gonna get loaded up, head home, drop these coyotes off, get showered up, and head over to our Christmas Eve party. So thanks for tagging along, guys. I'll see you back out here next time.